Thank you very much. I recognize my good friend from California, Mr. Aguilar, for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good to see you again, Mr. Secretary. You've consistently highlighted the need to combat transportation-related emissions, including those related to transit and buses. This is demonstrated in the President's budget request, which includes $1.1 billion for low and no-emission vehicle programs to help transit agencies modernize their fleets. Reducing transportation-related emissions is important for my district right next door to my colleague here, Ms. Torres, as you visited us in the past. We have some of the worst air pollution in the nation, and we want to see this significantly changed, and we know that low and no emission programs is an important part of that. Mr. Secretary, how would, first of all, just I guess from a broader perspective, how would the funding levels, if we were to reduce this program to FY22 levels in the low and no emission program, impact underserved communities like ours that continue to suffer from air pollution?
Well, we know that an investment in low and no emissions buses is an investment in economic empowerment for the people who will ride it, clean air for the people who live around those routes, and of course, an investment toward our national climate goals. I'll follow up to get the numbers on the impact that would come with that. What I can tell you is that we would be well short of what we're asking for here. There are advance appropriations that are part of the picture for the low-no program, but our total request is $1.1 billion. And I can tell you that every penny of that is going to be sought after by project sponsors based on the experience that we had in our first round. We got 530 eligible project applications in fiscal 22 for $7.7 billion worth of purchases. We were able to fund 1.5 of that. So we know that there is enormous interest here and demand. And any cut to that would just mean we would have to turn away that many more worthy and eligible applicants.
I also wanted to highlight that San Bernardino County, where I live, has experienced positive impacts from this program. Our local transit agency has been working toward a goal of 100% zero-emission fleet by 2040, and in August received $9 million in funding from the low and no-emission vehicle program in order to buy 4 hydrogen fuel cells to add to its fleet, as well as partnering with apprenticeship programs at the local community college to make sure that we can maintain that. I think it's a worthy endeavor, and they're making significant progress. Also wanted to stay with the West and talk climate in California. We know over the last several years, California's experienced extreme weather conditions and most recently atmospheric storms and flooding. The administration's highlighted the growth in extreme weather and climate-related disasters from the perspective of having more resilient transportation infrastructure. Can you talk about the work that your agency is doing, the department is doing in taking advance construction of more resilient transportation projects?
Thank you for the question. We're within a few days of announcing the notice of funding opportunity for the Protect program, which is one of the, I think, most novel and timely programs included in the IIJA. It allows us to fund and support projects that seek to make infrastructure more resilient because, as you noted, these extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and more severe. And from wildfires to droughts to floods to mudslides, they are impacting our infrastructure, certainly in California and every part of the country. This is also something, of course, that's not just confined to our Protect program, but it's the first of its kind in terms of being dedicated for that. We also make sure that where appropriate statutorily, we're integrating resilience considerations as we evaluate various applications that come in. Just to give one example, sometimes a road project will be able to demonstrate that it's of particular significance as an evacuation route. And that's something that we would want to take account of.
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary. And on behalf of our region, and also want to thank you for the grant opportunities that you've sent our way. We very much appreciate it. We work as a region in Southern California. We often say that my constituents might work in Norma Torres's district and go to church in another district. Folks, the work that the transit agencies do and that we have from a mobility perspective is so important in making sure that people can get to where they need to be. Thank you for your efforts and your leadership, and good to see you again.
Likewise.